In this video, we'll look at how to use the connection editor to set up a control item so that I can control my IK handle, which is down here underneath, so that it will be easy to select and easy to move around with an external object. Because coming in and getting this, if you have to go into your list view here just to select your IK handle, can get a bit cumbersome. So we'll set up a NURBS object here that we can select more easily and move around. So let's go here into our quad view, and I'm going to go to the front view and open this up. If you open up the claw rigged 2 scene, you'll have your claw set up, and you'll also have your set driven key for the opening and closing of the claws. And so now we can set up another object here that will control the actual position. So I'm going to go ahead and draw out another larger NURBS circle here. And let's see, I'll just take it and move it up above this square so that it's outside. And this is going to act as my control for the position of my IK solver so that this will control the actual position of the claw. And we'll also set up some parenting and a connection so that our control for the claw will go along for the ride and it will stay in relative position there by the other object here, the NURBS circle. So let's go in here and let's see, what we need to do is we need to first go into our connection editor. So if you go to General Editors and then Connection Editor, we'll bring up this connection editor. And it has a left and a right, and this is essentially what drives and what is driven. So I'm going to select the NURBS circle and reload left. And then I'm going to select the IK handle and reload right. So there we see everything. Now, if you just have your Maya set up as the default settings, you're probably going to get something more verbose here, and it can be a little bit complicated. You'll probably see something that looks like this, where you have a whole lot of objects here. This can be a bit much, especially if you're just new to learning 3D or new to Maya. So what you can do to limit the amount of information you can see here is just turn off this Show Non-Keyable option. So you can see there it is for the left, and also for the right, and now you can see I just have a more simple set of controls, and these are just the controls that I can set keyframes to. What I want to do is set up so that my position or my translation of the NURBS circle is going to equal the translation of my IK handle. Now you can see what happened here. Actually, this is what happens if you just set up everything but you don't freeze your transformation. So let's undo this, and I'm going to grab my NURBS circle and we'll go up to Modify, Freeze Transformations. And now if I select Translate, you can see that this doesn't jump around anymore because the NURBS circle at its default value, since I built it off of the axes, had some translation values for the X and the Y already built in. So by keying those together with the transformations not frozen, it causes some problems. But if I go ahead and key it now, as you can see, it doesn't cause any problems. So I can take this and move it around, and the claw will move up and down, the IK solver will. Now, I want my little control rig for the claw to also go along for the ride here. And the problem is, if I just take these and directly parent them to the circle, then if I need to rotate the circle or something like that to have some more control over this rig, then that can be problematic. So we can use some kind of interesting and creative parenting in order to get around this problem. Now, if I take the NURBS square and make that as my right on my connection editor, I can make the square follow the circle very easily. Okay, and then all I need to do in order to make this my little circle that's my switch go along here is take that and parent that to my NURBS square. So all I need to do is middle mouse button that to there, and then we're ready to go. So now if I take this, I can move it around, and doing that will change my position of my IK handle and allow me to move the arm. But I can still go in here, select my circle, and I can open and close the claw. So you can see there that the connection editor gives you another option for being able to control various items by using other items in your scene. And this can allow you to have much more simplified controls when you go to animate or when you go to hand off a scene to be animated by another person.